Hello, Shorter College campus. This is Dessalines Agginie, the librarian at the A.W. Young Library. I'm here today with our digital feature for this second week of February 2021 for Black History Month. Each week of this month we have 4 influential figures that will be highlighted and their importance will be briefly explained. A person of Latino or Hispanic descent has been added to my selection of important historical figures to be showcased. Sonia Sotomayor. Sonia Maria Sotomayor is the first Justice of the Supreme Court to be of Hispanic descent. Her parents were both from Puerto Rico. Sonia Sotomayor was born June 25th of 1954 in New York City. She was nominated by President Barack Obama in 2009 and has served on the Supreme Court since August of 2009. At age 9, her father passed away, leaving her to be raised by her mother. She graduated summa cum laude from Princeton University in 1976 and received her law degree from Yale Law School in 1979. She was editor at the Yale Law Journal. She worked as an assistant district attorney in New York before she started her private practice in 1984. She was active on the board of directors for the Puerto Rican Legal Defense and Education Fund, the State of New York Mortgage Agency, and the New York City Campaign Finance Board. She was nominated to the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York by President George H.W. Bush in 1991. In 1997, she was nominated by President Bill Clinton to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. She has taught at New York University School of Law and at Columbia Law School. She has received law degrees from 12 schools. She received an award for Outstanding Latino Professional from the Latino Law Students Association. In 2008, Esquire magazine included Sotomayor as one of the 75 most influential people of the 21st century. In 2013, Sotomayor won the Woodrow Wilson Award at Princeton University. In 2011, the Sonia M. Sotomayor Learning Academies was named after her, which was a public high school complex in Los Angeles. And in 2019, she was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame. Jean-Jacques Dessalines. I chose this person because that's who I was named after, and I wanted to find out more information about him. He was born September the 20th, 1758, and he died on October the 17th, 1806. He was a leader of the Haitian Revolution and the first ruler of an independent Haiti under its constitution in 1805. Under Dessalines, Haiti became the first country to permanently abolish slavery. Dessalines was later named Emperor of Haiti as Jacques I, and he ruled from 1804 to 1806. He is regarded as one of the founding fathers of Haiti. He served as an officer in the French army, and he was Toussaint Louverture's principal lieutenant in the revolt against France. After the betrayal and capture of Toussaint Louverture in 1802, Dessalines became the leader of the revolution. He defeated the French army in 1803 and declared Haiti an independent nation in 1804. During this year, he also ordered the massacre of many French settlers in Haiti, which resulted in the deaths of between 3,000 to 5,000 people. And on September 1804, he was assassinated. Sister Rosetta Tharpe, born March the 20th, 1915 in Cotton Plant, Arkansas. She died on October the 9th of 1973. She was a songwriter, guitarist, and recording artist that became popular in the 1930s and 1940s with her gospel recordings, which contained a unique mixture of spiritual lyrics and rhythmic accompaniment that was a precursor of rock and roll. She was the first great recording star of gospel music and among the first gospel musicians to appeal to rhythm and blues and rock and roll audiences. Later, she was referred to as the original soul sister and the godmother of rock and roll. She influenced early rock and roll musicians, including Little Richard, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, and Jerry Lee Lewis. She was a pioneer in her guitar technique. She was among the first popular recording artists to use heavy distortion on her electric guitar. Her guitar playing had a profound influence on the development of British blues in the 1960s, and in 1964 she toured with Muddy Waters. Malcolm X. His original name was Malcolm Little. His Muslim name was El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. He was born May 19th of 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska, and he died February 21st of 1965 in New York. Malcolm X was an African-American leader, a prominent figure of the Nation of Islam, who articulated the concepts of race, pride, and black nationalism in the early 1960s. After his assassination and the widespread distribution of his life story in the book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X, it kind of turned him into an ideological hero, especially among black youth.